Why do you support Donald Trump?
I think he just has better accomplishments than Kamala Harris. I like his stance on abortion, and I think he's better overall for the economy.
Okay. Better for the economy, better for abortion, and what else?
I just think he has more accomplishments and gets more done. Has proven to have gotten more done than Kamala has in her entire career.
Okay, can you give me like a point for what you're saying? What accomplishments are you referencing?
Trump's economy back in 2016 flourished, and he created more jobs and reduced unemployment rates.
Yeah, in 2016, when he wasn't president?
Yeah. Or 2017, during his term, sorry.
Okay, if you're talking about his first term, unemployment, it was 3.5% at the very lowest. It was 3.4% 2 separate months under the Biden-Harris administration. Since Trump's gotten in office, we've seen unemployment increase, and we've actually seen the past few months decreasing levels of jobs.
That's in this term, which
Yes.
I agree with.
Yes. So, I mean, that's...
But you admit that in his past 4 years, you said 2 months. That's not counting Biden's entire term.
Okay. 2 months. I'm saying the last 10 months.
You said there was 2 months in Biden's and Harris's that outperformed them.
No, I never said 2 months for Biden-Harris.
Sorry, what was your point then about the 2 months?
I never said 2 months.
Unemployment rates.
When did I say 2 months? Maybe I accidentally said that or something.
Yeah, what was your point on employment rates then, compared to Trump?
I meant to say 10 months. The last 10 months we've seen unemployment increase.
Yeah, this term, right? I'm talking about. You said. We were talking about
there were two. Sorry, I apologize. 2 separate months under the Biden-Harris administration where we saw 3.4% unemployment. I apologize.
No, you're good. But
I meant to say 2 months there.
Okay, so that's what, 2 months compared to Trump's 48 months?
Yeah. Wait, no, not 48 months. That was only 1 month where they had 3.5%.
For Trump?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know every single month of Trump's unemployment, but I think it's you do.
Yeah, I know. It's on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can find it. It's pretty easy.
All right, I'll have to look up on that. But probably my main point and the reason I stand with Trump the most is the abortion. Have you like actually watched a video of
what about abortion?
Like, abortion process and like when they're actually aborting the fetus?
No. You've
never watched a video of it?
Never once.
Yeah, I do encourage you to watch it because it is sad because it will pull on your heartstrings because I know you have a heart and seeing just the fetus get pulled out is sad and will put a tear in your eye.
Because not prior to sentience.
How have you okay, so how are you so like how do you debate all these people and are so like prevalent on the case of abortion, but you've never actually watched one? That's kind of crazy.
Dude, I'm making a joke because they've been on the internet for so many, like there's a million different pro-life propagandistic sort of arguments that they utilize. I've seen a million of those infographics that specifically they put out. I was trolling you.
Oh, I thought we were having
That's like it's literally like a meme that literally pro-lifers will like specifically hyperfixate and specifically pick out all of the the late abortion a late trimester abortion.
I'm not even saying late. I'm saying within
when
the first,
literally
like,
no one's
weeks.
doing that electively.
No, you just put those words in my mouth. I did not say late term.
No, I'm just saying. I never said you said that. I just said that it's like known as a meme that pro-lifers will pick that and they will literally show those videos and be like, you have to watch this. Like,
okay, that's them. I don't see how that carries to me.
Okay, so then I guess what's your like if I slapped a zygote in front of you right now, would you cry?
I mean, yeah, it'd pull on my heartstrings. Yeah.
It would pull on your heart for me to slap a single cell organism?
Yeah, definitely, because I do believe that is a life.
Dude, you would shed a tear for a single cell organism right now? If I just
I mean, I'm not like super emotional, but I would I'd feel it. I'm a Christian man, and
you'd feel it with the single cell organism.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so then can I ask you this question then? If you were in a burning building and you could either save 100,000 zygotes, or
Why do you guys
one new,
love these hypotheticals?
or one.
You and me.
Listen, 100,000 zygotes or one newborn baby. Who would you rather save?
I'm not going to answer your hypotheticals
Why not?
because it's a hypothetical. You guys don't answer hypotheticals.
Wait, so you don't? Wait,
want to
I have a
answer.
question. Did you eat today?
Did I eat today? Yes, I ate today.
What would you have felt like? What would you have felt like if you didn't eat?
I mean, I'm probably be fine going a day without eating.
Okay, well, you just answered a hypothetical, idiot. Now answer my question.
How's that a hypothetical? I've
That was
gone
a-
days without
what
eating.
what would you have felt like if you did not eat? Is a hypothetical.
But
Do you know
it's
what a
not
hypothetical
because
is?
Wait, let me finish. It's not a hypothetical because I've been in a situation where I haven't eaten a day, so I can go back
Wait,
to that.
that is a hypothetical scenario where you have eaten though, like in this
But I've
context.
never had
'cause
the
you didn't-
decision.
But not today. You didn't do that. But you didn't not eat today.
Okay, can you admit that there's a difference between having prior knowledge and doing it?
What is a
and not?
hypothetical? What is a hypothetical?
Okay? Yes or no? Do you and Dean sometimes say no to hypotheticals?
If they have zero relevance, conceptually speaking, I will say that that's an irrelevant hypothetical. But the hypotheticals that I'm bringing up have relevant concepts to demonstrate to the
But I've
conversation.
never been put in that situation, so I don't.
Sure,
I don't know what
you
I-
can say that you've never been put in the conversation or put in this situation, but that's why I'm trying to get you to think right now, right? I'm not even trying to use this as an own. I'm not going to clip this on anything. I promise you, right? Genuinely, right? This is just for the conversation, right? I'm not gonna. I promise you, I won't clip this. I'll handshake with you. I won't clip this.
No, I don't care about clips.
My editor will. So I'm just kidding.
No, that's good.
I was just making.
I like it. Little banner.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay. So if there's 100,000 zygotes or one newborn baby in a burning building, which would you rather save?
I don't want to answer that because it's just not. It's not something that I feel comfortable answering.
Why not?
Because if that's your whole argument.
Well, like it should be an easy determination. Would you rather save 100,000 people or one person?
Okay, I'd rather save 100,000 people.
Okay, so then you don't consider the zygotes people. Otherwise, it would have been that quick of a response.
I mean, I truly don't know. Like, I haven't done like a ton of research. Into the whole zygote conversation. But so I don't know because that's a single cell organism. But one thing that I think that we can agree on, or that I really would like to be put into law, is that I think you can agree with because it sounds like you made points about it and you don't like late term abortion. That there should be laws in place of like outlawing those abortions after. What is it? 9 weeks is where most people.
Why 9 weeks?
Yeah, I know you're gonna say that. Because that's when like some people. I'm not saying me, not me. I'm support no abortions at all, but that's not ever gonna happen. Just like, I guess.
So then why don't you say Roe versus Wade, where it's after viability or after sentience or something like that? If you just do it off of what some people think, well, some people think those different positions as well. So why 9 weeks?
Because I think it's better to find a ground to agree on to limit it.
That's going to be Roe versus Wade.
And you're saying that they shouldn't overturn it?
Yeah, they shouldn't have overturned Roe versus Wade. It leaves it up to the states after viability.
Okay, and what's your point?
My
Because
point
of
is
the-
that if you want that middle ground, that's the middle ground.
Is Roe v. Wade?
Yeah.
No, because there was still abortions that were able to happen after that, 24 weeks, right?
If you're saying like at that point, it's going to be an
9
induction of
weeks?
labor.
Sorry?
Because it's viable after 24 weeks, or around typically 22 to 26 is around the time in which it becomes viable.
Yes, but you could still get abortions after that, right?
If you're talking about an abortion, people aren't just getting lethal elective abortions after that point. It would be an induction of labor that doesn't lead to the fetus.
After 24 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, so what that's your stance. You think that there shouldn't be abortions after 24 weeks?
Well, in the way that you're thinking of an abortion, there isn't. Yeah.
You're saying it's not an abortion.
Yeah, technically, like
After 24
under the
weeks.
way that you view it, because there's no lethal to the fetus.
But it's still being unalived, right?
No, dude, are you listening? There's no lethal the fetus. After viability, there's an early induction of labor, which means early birth, and it lives.
It's given
In most
to
circumstances,
adoption.
it lives. That's why it's considered viable.
In most. Well, what is the percentages there?
Well, it depends on how early the week is.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess we just disagree there, and I think, yeah, abortion just needs to be looked at more, because I think there's just a lot more people that just disagree, I guess.
Okay. So then, like, why do you think it should be illegal?
Why do I think abortion should be illegal? I think you're a human being.
Okay, so if I were to slap the zygote, like on the stream, kill it, you think I should go to prison?
Yeah. Well, okay. Just because I'll admit I'm not like too educated on the zygotes. Let's like stay away from zygotes. Like, but if
Dude,
you're
it's
just
a
killing,
single cell organism at conception. It's a human life.
but there's a difference between.
Well, I don't disagree.
Let's go to 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks into like after conception, is it still a zygote, or is it a fetus? When does it become a fetus?
When does it become a fetus?
Yeah.
It could become. I mean, like typically that's after 13 weeks or something like that. 14 weeks is when it becomes a fetus, I think.
So yeah. So your points are very on the zygote, but do you think a fetus is wrong?
We can say an embryo, right? If you want to reference an embryo, right? Do you think if I were to slap an embryo right now, do you think that would be?
Wait. Answer my question. Do you think zygote is murder? Or no. Sorry, not zygote. I meant fetus. Because you always go back to the zygote analogy whenever you guys are talking about abortion, but you'll never actually talk about the fetus.
Well, once it's sentient, then I think it's, but it's not prior to sentience.
In sentience is fetus?
What?
What is sentience?
I'm talking about it's a subjective experience.
And that's after 14 weeks.
It's after 15 weeks. No, it's after 20 through 24.
So when does it become a fetus? After 13 weeks, you said? Would you support a bill that bans abortions after 13 weeks?
So no. Why do you keep saying 13? Why'd you say 13?
Or 14, sorry, whatever the term.
Why'd you say
when
14?
It becomes a fetus.
I don't give a at the point it becomes a fetus. I care about it once it becomes sentient. How many more times do I have to say that for you?
Yeah, but then why don't you, when you guys pickle with the fetuses versus a sentient? And so why do you always go zygote versus sentient?
Because you value it at conception. So I'm saying at the very point after conception, right, would it be wrong for me to murder it under your view? I don't think it's... I think that would be ridiculous to view it as... But I'm just trying to see the extent of your position. Why do I bring up zygotes? Because you would have to consider it morally valuable from your perspective, and it's obviously absurd that slapping a zygote is... That's obviously absurd.
I agree to disagree then.
What? Okay, what do you disagree on?
That I think it has value of life and it is, and you don't agree.
Okay, but why do you think that? So do you think it's a circumstance in which I'm slapping the zygote?
Yes.
Okay, if it's a circumstance of slapping the zygote, right, then should I go to prison for committing under this view?
Yes.
So then if I slap the zygote, I should go to prison.
Yeah, we'll say it.
Okay, so for people who are involved in the IVF process, they discard many zygotes and embryos as a process of the IVF process. Are you saying that they're serial and deserve to be put in prison?
I'm not going to answer that question, but
wait, no, that is the logical conclusion of your argument.
What did I say at the start of the?
That's the logical conclusion of your argument, that people engaging in the IVF process are serial.
I literally said I do not know a lot about zygotes, and that's not like the.
Wait, it's zygotes, embryos, and blastocysts. It's not specifically just zygotes.
Going back to that, I do believe that like some birth control and stuff is wrong, and I do think some people will have to answer to that in heaven, to God, when they whatever. Because I do think there are a ton of abortions that happen that even Christians don't even know of. Because of I don't know a lot about IVF and whatever, but I do know about like some what's it called, pregnancy control that does egg, and I do believe that is wrong.
I think you should. Okay, what pregnancy control the egg that you think is wrong?
No, what's it's not called pregnancy control. What, the pills and stuff?
The what pill?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why
you don't even know.
No, I do not know.
Where in the body does conception occur?
What?
Where in the human body does conception occur?
The fallopian tubes.
Okay. Oh damn! I actually did not expect you to know that. Okay. And where does pregnancy occur in the human body?
The uterus.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, I can't believe you knew that after literally just saying pregnancy control and not knowing what you were referencing.
I know. I'm just a Republican that's uneducated, right?
Well, I mean, you knew those. You know how many people don't know that answer on my live stream that are pro-life? It's actually a striking amount of pro-lifers that do not know the answer to that question or those two questions. Yeah. And those are like simple, like literally like elementary school questions.
Yeah, I agree. But okay,
maybe middle school.
Yeah, like, probably not elementary school.
It depends on the context. Yeah. Middle school.
Area.
Yeah. No, it's not. We're talking about the pregnancy
anatomy,
which you technically, I think I learned in 5th grade.
Really?
Jeez. I lived in Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that's another point. Like another point that I'm big on Trump. Like,
because 5th grade is elementary.
Yeah, I do not think that kids need to be learning about transgenderism and all that.
Wait. What are they learning about in terms of trans people that you disagree with?
Well,
that trans people exist and that it's okay to be trans.
No, I just don't think they should be given the option to like take like medications and stuff. But I like same with the like. I'm not.
What do you mean they shouldn't be given the option to get medication? What medications do you think they should have restricted access?
Whatever, like the like hormonal changes.
All right, so are you trying to talk about puberty blockers?
Yeah, puberty blockers. I'm not.
Okay, so do you think that children who are not trans should be able to get access to puberty blockers for early puberty?
Sorry?
Do you think that children who are not trans should be able to get access to puberty blockers for early puberty?
Early puberty. I don't think any. I mean that doesn't come into the effect of a kid wanting to be a girl or a guy. That's a different situation.
So can you answer the question?
That's probably 5%. It's like the abortion debate.
Is it possible for you to answer the question? Can you answer the question without trying to like literally just like talk about something else?
No, I'm talking about the same thing. I'm just saying it's not relevant. Like your hypothetical. It's what percent is it though? It
doesn't like, matter.
Once again, I'll give you an example. A lot of people that like I don't like this. People will be like, oh, they get.
I'm just asking 3%. You. Hey, I'm gonna restate the question. I'm just asking you: should they be able to get access to it if they're not trans? Yes or no? It's not a difficult question.
Yeah, but it's not relevant. It's a 3%.
Yes, it is.
It's not a majority of.
I'm just saying, should they be able to get access to it? If you can't answer the question, I'm just gonna go to the next person. You're wasting my time.
Okay.
Like literally, like answer the question. It's not pivoting. It's totally relevant. What are you talking about? If you think that it's irrelevant, I'm sorry, but you're just lost. You don't even know what conversation
I'm not saying it's irrelevant. It's just not like it's not a majority of the situation.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I'm asking in those circumstances. Do you think they should be able to get access to it?
If it's required and needed, yes.
Oh, okay. And that's determined by a doctor, correct?
I'd assume so, yes.
Okay, so then why don't you let a doctor, parents, and the kid determine that they need access to puberty blockers in the circumstance, and you don't say whether or not they can get access to it? Because that's up to the doctors, the parents, and the kid, not you.
Are all situations approved by doctors?
These situations are approved by doctors, yes. Like they're absolutely, yeah.
These situations or a majority of situations?
These situations that we're referencing right now.
Yes, okay. I don't get your point because the majority, like, if you look at the majority of these kids,
these are not over the counter. Like,
no, I know. But do you think that when do you think that the brain fully develops? And like you're fully. Do you know that answer?
Wait, say that one more time, sorry.
When does your brain fully develop?
Like in terms of like, wait, fully develop, or when do you get the points of subjective experience?
The chat's got it. 25. Yeah. So why are we making
that's
decisions?
technically not. So there is a little bit more nuance to that. It's not just 25 that it stops happening. There's a bit more nuance to that. For some people, biologically speaking, it can happen after that. There's also plenty of other aspects of emotional development that are relevant in terms of brain development that still have yet to happen until like, going into your 30s and 40s and beyond. So like, I actually think that there's a general amount of pushback that you can give to the whole like fully developed at 25, but in a typical sense, mostly developed, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So why are we allowing kids at the age of 13 decide they want to be a man? That's when they're born.
Wait. That'd be an adult. So if you're talking about like talking about their gender, do you think that kids can determine how they're referred to, like in terms of their name? Like a 13-year-old, do you think they can determine what their name should be able to be?
No, I think their parents decide that, and it's on their birth certificate.
Okay, so let's say that there's a kid that has a certain nickname that they like going by. They don't typically like going by, right, the name that they were given at birth, right? Do you think that you would refer to them as the name that they were given at birth, or would you refer to them by the name that they would like to be called as?
I mean, it depends. I mean, I'd probably call them by their nickname if like I know them for a while, but their name and what they identify by is still their birth name.
Okay, so you would call them their birth name against their wishes?
No, I said I'd call them their nickname because I know them for a while and we're buddies.
Would you intentionally ever call them their government name, right, against their wishes?
No.
Okay. So like that's not social, or not biological, that's social, right? That's based upon like something that they have the ability to identify with from a social perspective, right? Then you don't have an issue with that. If you don't have an issue with that, determining that at 13 years old, then what would be your problem here?
Because it's based off their actual name, and it's not based off of gender.
In the way that we're using gender, that's based on a social reference of identity. Okay.
Yeah, how are you going to sit there and compare gender and taking medication to change and hormonal blockers?
Wait, you're adding all. Wait.
Well, that's what you're comparing right now. You're saying kids should be able to
the way that
change
gender. Listen, you're not understanding. Gender is referred to in a social lens similarly to how names are used in this context. Now, you're talking about other things on top of it, specifically should people to be able to get access to gender-affirming care is a separate conversation. But the point of what gender is it's socially determined based upon these particular desires and commitments, right? Which is totally coherent, makes sense, and the identity is totally legitimate.
Okay, so let's go back to your example, because whatever you just said. And I call my buddy, his name is Tanner. I call him T-Mac. Why doesn't he go up to his boss at work and when they meet each other and say, hey, my name is T-Mac? Why does he say my name is Tanner?
It depends on him, right? Like some people specifically utilize nicknames in different connotations, right? Depending on the situation. I'm talking about someone who specifically utilizes it as their main context for reference, right?
But that even that person will not go up to their boss and say my name. Like even if their name is Mackenzie, they won't say my name's Kenzie. Because it's just not formal. It's like
they will say that they go by Kenzie. I don't know what you're talking about.
They'll say my name is Mackenzie, but I go by.
They
Correct?
say that my name listed there could be Mackenzie, but I go by Kenzie.
But what's the name listed?
They would refer to Kenzie, right? What's listed
but
would be the governmental name.
Let me talk. But the name is Mackenzie. So then why doesn't a trans person say my name's Cassandra, but my actual name's Mark?
Because what you're not understanding is that that's not what their considered actual name is. The only point of reference that they would have in an employee situation is that's listed on the government. If they go around talking to friends and showing them someone in terms of a friend, right, they're going to be like, oh, this is Kenzie. They're not going to say, oh, their government name is Mackenzie, but we want you to refer to her as Kenzie. No, they don't say that. Okay, and by the way, JD Vance, JD Vance, literally his original name.
I don't support JD Vance. I think he's bought by Israel.
Okay, dude. So you could say the same thing for Trump based upon your view. That was a ridiculous assertion that you only apply that to JD Vance.
No, I agree with Trump, but your question was who? If
You
went
agree
back in
with
time,
Trump? Wait. So how is Vance bought by Israel, but Trump isn't? And why
Trump
did Trump?
is.
Why
But
did?
you, but the question,
Wait.
you
Trump
won't
is?
even let me talk. I haven't been able to talk. I give one word answers, and then you go off for 7 sentences, and then I can.
Oh,
You,
whine about it. Go cry about it, dude. Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
whining.
Give
Just
me
let
some
me finish
tears.
my points.
Go ahead.
I can speak.
Yeah.
Okay, your original question.
I had to do that. I'm sorry. That was just totally like I had to do it, man. I just had to. It was necessary.
What's up?
That was so necessary for me to do. Now go for it.
To mute me? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So your original question was, would I go back in time when I vote for Trump or Kamala? And I'd still vote for Trump. Does that mean I fully support Trump? No. Do I think he should eventually go to prison? Yeah. But I'd still vote for him over Kamala because I think he's way more fit to run a country. I mean, Kamala is, I don't know where to start with her. One, she's a drunk and has an earpiece in during debates, and she's getting fed information. What? You don't agree?
No.
You don't think she was getting fed information
No way. You did not just say that. No, she did not have an earpiece in during the debates to hear things from other people. That's been disproven over and over and over again. It was just a typical earring. What are you talking about? Secondly, she's not drunk. What are you talking about? She's drunk all the time. That's ridiculous to say, right? There's no basis in evidence.
Different times.
There's no basis in evidence for that. By the way, I'm elevated all the time, but no one brings that up as an issue like that in this context, right? For like being able to be president or something like that. Secondly, Trump's literally like sleepy as shit. He's literally has no clue what's going on. He's cognitively incoherent. He said that the climate change is a hoax and that the climate's going to start cooling. Science just doesn't know it yet. He said that windmills are causing whales to numbers never seen before. He said that we should look into disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19, right? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This guy's more fit. What are you talking about?
What policies? Like Kamala's been around, and like, what are her accomplishments? Can you name?
What are her accomplishments? The Inflation Reduction Act, the largest investment in renewable energy ever, and the $35 cap on insulin for those that are on Medicare. We can look at the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which she put into the bill specifically for expanding broadband to rural communities, right? We can point to aspects of the bill that she specifically advocated for. She did things, right, that we could point to. She had the most high-ranking votes of any vice president ever.